Hey Libra, what is going on? My name is Matthew Oliver with Stillwater Alchemy, and this is your general reading for the month of March. What's interesting, Libra, is that there are many astrological transits that are happening this month, but all of them are, I think, benefiting you, or the ones that are a bit challenging don't necessarily affect you as intensely. At the start of the month, we have Venus and Jupiter in Aries, which oppose your Libra placements. I think the only thing that you have to be aware of this month, Libra, is deciding what's good for you and then not being afraid to voice that to those that you love in fear of hurting their feelings or not being able to take them along with you, because that's the duality, or that's the polarity between Libra and Aries, right? Aries usually goes after what benefits them, what they want, but then Libra brings it into balance and what's good for them and the other person they're in relation with, whether that's a loved one, a colleague, a neighbor, whatever that is, right? So it's like you're being asked to put yourself first and to prioritize yourself, which isn't always in your inherent nature. So that would be the challenge that's coming through for you, especially when Mercury also enters Aries near the end, like 19th of March. And then on the 20th of March, Aries season begins. So that really is going to be a strong energy that you're going to be faced with, especially when everyone else is dealing with Saturn and Pisces and Pluto and Aquarius. And I'll be touching on those things in different offerings and different content throughout the month. But I want you to focus on, with this reading and what's going on for you this month, Libra, is what is it that you want, what you need, and how can you prioritize yourself to do these things and not feel bad, or do these things while also bringing along the right people for the ride. But I don't want you to compromise your desires, your dreams, in fear of what other people may think, or because of past conditioning that you had to be nice or people pleasing or perfect, whatever that is. Like, you're just being asked to do what is you want, maybe for the first time in your life, or maybe truly honoring that and being like, this is what I desire. I'm not going to be afraid of other people or their expectations, or if I hurt these people. Sometimes there's often just a mindset, right? Like, Libra is an air sign. So if we already believe, or if we think that by prioritizing ourselves is going to hurt someone else, of course, we're going to likely attract more of that energy, whether it's from that exact person or from circumstance, which is further going to delay that action or the way of thinking that we can have it all. We can prioritize ourselves, and the right people are going to be joining us along for the ride. Or we can prioritize ourselves and have other people that also want to support our dream, that are going to be balanced and healthy and reciprocated energy to said dreams, to said relationship, whatever that may be. I'm just trying to think if there's any other trends that I want to mention. Other than that, I just want you to sit pretty, to be honest. I want you to enjoy these transits. We still have Mars in Gemini, which makes a nice trine-based aspect to your Libra placements. Mars is gaining more and more power as it moves through the month. And then Pluto is going to enter Aquarius on the 23rd of March. This is going to be nice because, again, Aquarius is a fellow air sign. It's making a trine to your Libra placements, especially if you have Libra placements between, let's say, 0 and 5 degrees. Because Pluto is going to retrograde back into Capricorn on the 11th of June. So it's going to be here for a little bit. And then once we get to 2024, it's kind of like full speed ahead with this Pluto and Aquarius. So that's our mind. That's our thinking. Again, we were just talking about that, of putting ourselves first versus other people. But that Pluto and Aquarius can be very profound in terms of power, in terms of themes of death and rebirth, of control. So where do you wish to have more power? Where do you want the truth to be revealed? Where are you being called to really honor the truth for yourself and with others? And sometimes too, it's like, the truth is, this business is no longer working the way I want it to. The truth might be, this relationship needs to grow in this way, and that's okay. I'm willing to put in the work. The truth may be, I'm no longer going to self-sabotage myself. I'm going to initiate this action. I'm going to put myself into therapy. I'm going to get control of my health. Like, I think it's going to be a truth or a power that's going to be very supportive of you, Libra, and the relationships and the business and the way you want to call in more love, more beauty, more blessings, right? So get excited for that. And lastly, if you're a Libra rising, Venus is going to move into Taurus on the 16th of March. So that's really nice because Venus loves being in Taurus, one of her fellow home signs. So that's just going to be a nice, pleasurable, enjoyable energy. And it might feel nice to not have Venus in Aries opposing your Libra placements, but having it in a fellow home sign where it's like, okay, great. Like, this is what feels comfortable. This is quite nice. And just grounding back in, like, what's coming to me, it's like, I felt this way a little bit too, of like connecting back in with your body, connecting back in with your health, like getting more grounded with all these energetic shifts, with a lot of air activation, using the Venus and Taurus to come back to simple pleasures or feeling good, having nice food, being in comfortable environments so you can just be and allow that energy to support you as you're making these shifts in these changes, all right? So, Libra, let's see what's coming through with the tarot, shall we? I'm also seeing someone like skating on an ice rink and making a figure eight. And it's just so easy. And they're wearing like a cute outfit and they're just kind of like the Superman pose of like standing on one leg and having their arms reached out, where it's like infinite possibilities or this freedom or this expansion. So if you're kind of feeling yourself stuck in your home or your office, like go to an expansive area, maybe go ice skating if you can this month. But this energy of like the infinity symbol, like anything is possible, but you want to be in expansive environments. I often do this sometimes for myself. Like if I see an open house with a beautiful home, I go inside and just see what that activates. Be like, could I live here? Like, what's it going for? Just out of curiosity with like the rental market, what's going on. But if there's ever an opportunity where I can be in a beautiful space, or it's like a cute cafe that I've never been in, I'm like, oh, I want to feel this energy. I want to feel how this activates me. I want to be in this beautiful space, period. And that could also be a vibe for yourself as well. Just putting yourself in situations to see what energetic codes, to see what intuitive downloads come in, especially if it can be a big open space representing all of this air, all of this opportunity, all of this potential for you. All right. So that was just a very clear energy. Oh, and also like watching cute movies, like if you're in a relationship or like want to get into a relationship, you'd be like, oh, like Netflix and chill, or just like cuddling up with someone and just like seeing this like intimate couple and watching a movie and they're eating like Twizzlers and popcorn. They're just like really enjoy just like being together. Like I said, like these simple pleasures where Netflix and chill might bore you, or it's like, I want something new and exciting. With Venus and Taurus, might be like, no, like that's exactly what the doctor ordered. Maybe you're gonna date a doctor, who knows? But it's like, this is actually what I want right now, and this feels really good. Okay, so Libra, first three cards, we have the Tower with the Three of Cups and the Eight of Swords. So I think in a positive manner, there could be like profound downloads when you're spending time with loved ones or when you're celebrating. It's like, okay, cool. Like when I'm with these people, it's going to be very clear. It's like what used to be fun, like maybe going drinking or going partying used to be fun. You're like, actually, this isn't in alignment anymore. This isn't actually what I want to do. This actually isn't putting myself first. This is just going to a bar, going to a club to make my friends happy. That's fine. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy those experiences, but it's like, it's very clear now that this maybe no longer brings you joy in the same way that it did. What I was saying before, Libras, of like doing things to appease others, it doesn't seem like that's going to fly anymore, because that's also the Eight of Swords here. It's like, I'm around these people, or I should be having fun, but these experiences, these people, these dynamics are no longer in alignment. So why do we keep putting ourselves in a work environment, in a friend dynamic, in a loving relationship that's no longer aligned? That doesn't mean you have to cut them all out. That doesn't mean you have to leave these relationships. It means that you can have conversations. That means that you can put yourself first. That means you can say no and take more time for yourself. If you're feeling that certain social or leisure opportunities are no longer fun, don't do them. And this could also be like with the Tower next to the Three of Cups and the Eight of Swords. Like if you don't voice your opinions, or if you're not expressing this, there might be an opportunity where, let's say, your emotions bubble over and it just comes out, and it's going to be more annoying or more mess to clean up later had you just said no and taken the night off, or had you just voiced your opinion to begin with. So don't sit on your words, Libra, is what I'm saying, especially in social dynamics. And if you don't want to go, don't go. That's very much a vibe as well. And just seeing if there are any anxieties or any stress or insecurities in your social groups. Like it might be that you're comparing yourself for your worth, your beauty, your success. And that's just something as well with the Tower. It's like, okay, like maybe we have to reevaluate where this insecurity is coming from. Is it because you're just scrolling on social media? Is it because you're having conversations with people that aren't aligned? Is it because there's these old narratives playing in the back of your head that aren't true? Where are these thoughts coming from? And are there ways to switch them or transmute them or let them go so we don't have to keep feeling and thinking these things in these social dynamics or when we're with people that we generally have lots of fun with? Yeah, it's like this energy for me, it's just this clear tunnel from my third eye out. It's like nothing else matters. So for me, that's very indicative, like trust your intuition. Like if you already know what needs to happen, you already know what needs to happen. You don't need to confuse the message. You don't need to doubt or ask for another sign. It's like trust the intuition the first time. If someone says something, it's like, hey, do you want to go out? And your intuition says no, you can say no right away. You don't have to be like, let me get back to you, or like, yeah, maybe. Just say no. Or if something feels intuitively aligned, it's like, yes, I need to. I don't know why. It's like I maybe wouldn't spend time with that person or I wouldn't go to that activity, but for whatever reason, I feel very strongly aligned. Trust that intuition. The next three cards here, we have the King of Cups with the Devil and the Hanged Man reverse. So two major arcana with the King of Cups. That's very telling. So the King of Cups with the Devil, this could just be like you need that emotional regulation. You need this emotional support to help you remove these chains, to remove these bounds from you. This could also be like if you're in a state right now where you're working nonstop, you're working, having a supportive emotional energy, whether that is, let's say, a father figure or a lover holds space for you. That is really important. Like, don't devalue that emotional love, that emotional support, even what you give to yourself. This is not the time to burn yourself out, Libra. This is not the time to do and to try and achieve, which can sometimes be the oppositional energy from, let's say, a Venus and Jupiter and soon to be Sun and Mercury in Aries, where it's like, go, 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 do. It doesn't have to be like that. And this could also be someone too, potentially, that you feel is emotionally manipulating you or is not emotionally aligned anymore. You might feel like you're emotionally tied down to someone or something and you feel stuck or that you don't want to be there anymore. And that's just being honest with you, though. It seems like, there's three major arcana, the Tower, the Devil, the Hangman. It's like change is imminent. This feeling of discomfort or unease or feeling stuck, the way that we can get around it is first giving that emotional love and support to ourselves, but then expecting it, claiming it, setting boundaries to help us receive it from others. The bottom card here, Libra, is the Wheel of Fortune. Like things are moving, things are in your favor, but you have to be an active participant here. You can't just keep putting yourself in situations that don't feel good. If there are certain acts, certain people, certain thoughts that aren't feeling good, aren't feeling aligned, why are we trapping ourselves to these people, to these thoughts? You do not have to feel stuck anymore, but reaching out and getting the emotional support from a very high or affluent person, an expert in that field, or someone that you feel so strongly and emotionally supported from that you can let down your walls, that you can be very vulnerable with, that is going to be the key here. And if there are certain friends or leisure or social activities that are no longer aligned, we need to put ourselves in a situation, connect with people that are going to support us, whether it's their content, their physical presence, spending more time with loved ones. That's the main focus point this month. Everything else is going to work itself out, but that, again, it's Pisces. Mercury's in Pisces starting the 2nd of March until the 19th of March. Like, our emotional well-being is going to be more of a intent and a support system. All right? Good. So that is my general reading for the month of March, Libras. Of course, it's just a general reading. If you want to go into these themes further with a one-on-one reading, you can book directly on my website. If this reading resonated, please feel free to share with a fellow Libra that could also benefit from this message. And let me know in the comments what resonated, what felt good. I'm always curious to hear how this manifested and what took place throughout the month. And like I said, I'll be posting more content, more offerings throughout the month, so stay tuned for that. I'll post my current offerings in the description of this video so you can take a look there. And I'm wishing you all a blessed, beautiful, aligned, purposeful month, Libras. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.